On the day that Chester arrived, I actually had a night out planned with some of my rugby friends, and seeing a car pull up, I assumed that it was the taxi, but it was a gentleman that had a little lamb in a cardboard box, and he asked me if I could take the lamb in. He was very close to passing away. I assumed he was a farmer or somebody who had a flock of sheep who didn't want to pay for the veterinary care, or they didn't want the responsibility of nursing Chester through his final hours. We were full, and he said that if I didn't take him on, he was going to get rid of him. Now we can assume what that meant. Well, the night out was cancelled. I'm Jake, and this is Chester's story for GeoBeats. I'm the founder of Millington's Magical Barn Animal Sanctuary in Yorkshire in the UK. We took Chester in and rushed him to the vets, and he needed round the clock. He had a little crate next to our bed where we'd wake up every 2 hours, give him his meds, feed him. He wouldn't actually go to sleep unless he could see me. But as his health improved, so did his cheekiness. We always joke that Chester thinks that he's a cow, not a sheep. We assumed that Chester would go and return to the flock of sheep, but when given the opportunity, he was never interested. He decided that he'd made friends with the cows and he was going to stay a cow for the foreseeable, and he still is to this day.
Chester, when I say jump, you jump. Jump. Jump if you know better. Jump better. Jump. Yeah.
He even uses cows as a shelter when it rains. If they're outside and it rains, you can see Chester take his place underneath our biggest cow. Some of our animals do need their own enclosures and own sleeping quarters to protect them from the other animals, as they're a little bit more shy, but because Chester is so confident, he can stand his own, that's for sure. Anybody who works within farm animal rescue will tell you that given the opportunity to thrive and flourish, they're just like a cat and a dog.
Oh, big man. Jump.
I'd definitely say Chester's as smart as a dog, maybe even smarter than some dogs. I've got one dog who's not particularly clever. He's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, whereas Chester is incredibly clever. He knows patterns that form, he knows where often the things that involve him getting more snacks, he's very clever in discovering. I'd just say how proud I am of the little young man he's turned into, you know, to sound corny. It really was beautiful to watch for an animal that was so close to passing away, to then watch them not only recover but flourish.